So yeah, I'm making another video on Grind Kings. I'm gonna skate them again. I know I skated these Disruptors when they came out, but yeah, am I running out of video ideas like Braille did? Yeah, maybe. But I have gear acquisition syndrome, and whenever I'm on one truck, I think about being on another truck. I'm never satisfied with the truck that I'm on. It's a real problem. Luckily, it's not like that in relationships. The first thing I notice is there's a ton of base plate in the front, so nose slides, tail slides are going to be very easy, and also it's kind of pushed back quite a bit. See the bolt holes? They're pretty far back. I've noticed the kingpin's also pretty straight, so is this going to be a really turny truck? I know I skated it before. I thought it felt somewhere in between Thunders and Indies last time, but last time I was kind of stupid. I wasn't very perceptive back then. I was just wild and crazy. This time I should really be able to test this out. So skateboarders usually call it board madness. So I guess I've got board madness. So we're gonna try some different trucks. Maybe I can do Smiths and Feebles now with this little tiny kingpin. You got those metal cylinders in the middle of the bushings, so you can't get wheel bite, kind of like Lurpivs have, but it's a little bit different technology. Get some interesting cutouts going on along the base plate, so it's pretty light. It says Venice underneath, and you got a huge cutout. So we've got a cross on the sticker here. Grind King, cross for the King of Kings, apparently, for those who grind. GrindKing.com. I don't think Grind King really sponsors any pros. Are there any big pros that skate for Grind King? Do you guys know? I don't know that they sponsor anyone. Alright, so it looks like they're a little bit taller than Thunders. You can see, I think the table is at an angle here actually, because it's hard to really tell that they're taller, but they are a little bit taller. If you look at it straight, slightly taller than the Thunders. Pretty close though. So they feel relatively light, similar to Thunders. Let's stick them on the board and see how they feel. That's all I can really gather from just looking at them. So I stepped on them for a second, and they've got a lot of lean, not as much turn. You can get wheel bite. I remember not being able to get wheel bite. Maybe I had smaller wheels than I have right now on here, but you can definitely get wheel bite, and they're actually kind of loose. I remember last time they were tighter. Maybe I got a smaller size last time. Was I skating a smaller board last time? These are the 875 version of these trucks. It's possible that last time maybe I was skating the 8 or the 8 1/4 or 8.5, something a little bit smaller. I think this is the biggest. Yeah, this is the biggest you can get on these. And we're on a 9-inch board, pretty flush, a little bit. Board's a little bigger than the trucks. So one thing I noticed is they stick out a little farther in the middle than the Thunders did, but a little bit less on the sides. And that's because it's rounded here so you don't break your board. But the base plate is significantly bigger than Thunders. It sticks out way more. The Thunders ended about right there. So all of this is extra base plate. So nose slides and tail slides should be a little bit easier. The turning is probably the main problem, but we'll have to test it out. Also, you cannot use a regular skate tool, just an Allen key. Thunders kind of went this way with their new kingpins. On the inverted kingpin Thunders, they're really small like that. Alright, so I think the bushings are really messing me up because the turn is the worst part. So I like the way they grind smooth, almost like a magnesium truck. Very nice grind, but the turn is really messing with me. It's a lot of lean, not a lot of turn, not very responsive. Almost feels like I'm gonna get hurt, so I'm gonna replace these bushings with some independent bushings. I saw Bendigro switched out his bushings. It seemed to help him a lot, and we have a different kind of body type, but we seem to enjoy some of the same kinds of things. So he was using Bones bushings. I'm about to go to the Lurpivs, which are the exact opposite. A longer wheelbase with a super tall truck, so we'll see how I adjust to those. I might hate the Lurpivs when I first skate them, but I feel like they're gonna be a decent, well-made truck. They're made in the same factory as Ace and Indy now, so we'll see what they're like. So the wheelbase is shorter than you have with Thunder, so I do like that for 360 flips and stuff that spins around, like 3 shoves or varial flips, varial heels, stuff like that. I do like the tighter wheelbase on a lower truck, and that's kind of what I was used to back when I was a kid. All trucks were like that. They were all low with tight wheelbases, and that just doesn't exist anymore unless you get like Ace, Lowe's or something. So our new skate park opens tomorrow, and I thought these Grind Kings were going to be the truck that I skated there. But I think I've changed my mind. I'm probably going to be skating the Thunder 161s there because they just have a little more control. So it's like there's a real dip when you first turn, but it leans more than it turns, and then it catches. It helped a little bit when I put these thicker longboard bushings on the bottom bushing there, but I feel like the top bushing has like a real dip at first, and it feels unstable. It feels like it's gonna cause me to fall. Maybe I could get used to that. I know Daewon was used to Grind Kings, and then he went over to Tensor, and he had to start using no top bushing and just 2 washers because it has that weird like rattling and flop over. It's just a different kind of turn, and I don't know what I think about actual Spitfires anymore. I'm torn. Sometimes I like Spitfires better, sometimes I like Dragon wheels and Bones Formula X wheels. I'm just back and forth. The grind's pretty good on these trucks. That's the best thing about it. I just don't like the bushings and the way it turns. I'm more picky about the way trucks turn now that I've skated slappies. Like, they just don't turn as good as I thought they did last time I reviewed these. I think I skated a smaller version last time, and it was better than the 875 version. So if you get these, maybe get the 8.5 version. The smaller version seemed to turn better. So as you can see here, I did hit the kingpin a little bit. I definitely hit it even though it's very low. I was doing like a Smith stall up on this concrete bank on the tombstone on top of it, and definitely scratched it. So you can hit it. It didn't really hang up or anything, but you can definitely hit the kingpin. Also, I have trouble with these because you have to have a special Allen key with you all the time. And I showed up at the skate park one time without one, and I could not loosen or tighten the trucks at all. And I had to keep the bushings in there exactly how they were. And as you guys know, with the inverted kingpins, they do loosen up and stuff over time too, so there is some slippage. So yeah, it's just not the most well-made truck I've ever skated, but it's a decent truck. Kind of like the Venture Highs when I reviewed those. It's a decent truck, not the best truck, not something that I really want to skate all the time. I like how it kind of curves in here so you don't break your board. I definitely like how it sticks out a little bit more on this side so that you can do nose slides and tail slides without touching the wheels. Definitely good there. It really is just the turn. If I could fix the bushings, maybe Bones bushings, that's what Ben DeGros did to fix his. If I could fix the turning, it might be a really good truck. If you can tighten it enough and you're not heavy like me, you might be able to get away with it if you like tight trucks. So I put some more in there, and we'll see how these work out. Hopefully my truck madness will be solved now. I'm gonna destroy these bushings, I can already tell. And Grind King doesn't sell any bushings. Why don't they sell like some harder bushings that look like this with the little metal thing in the middle, the little cylinder thing? Alright, so I'm trying to solve wheel bite here, but the first screw I put a little too far forward, so I gotta fix that. Alright, I want you guys to see this. This is gonna make me look bad, but it's important. I put these in there and turned a little bit, and it kind of destroyed the bushings, so I'm taking those out. It also gets wheel bite immediately with these bushings, so these do not work. So yeah, that's the Grind King trucks, the Disruptors. If you're skating Grind Kings, you're already disrupting. I don't know about that name, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this kind of content, scroll through my channel, check out my other videos, and hit that subscribe button because I got a lot more videos to come. Thanks for watching.